Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So since Halloween's coming up in a few weeks, I thought I would do something special for the readings. And today we are going to be reading a special scene from Hunter, which I call the mermaid scene. And basically it's kind of a scary part in Hunter, and it's really intense. And I feel like it definitely fits the whole Halloween vibe, and hopefully it'll get you guys in the mood of Halloween and stuff like that. So next week we have some really exciting reads as well coming up, in honor of Halloween. And for me, it's just kind of a fun little holiday to celebrate mythical creatures and stuff. And so hopefully this gets you guys in a mythical creatures mood and we can kind of get really eerie and everything. So I'm excited, and thank you guys for watching. Enjoy! After a long time, I finally went all the way under the water. It was dark, too dark to see anything but blackness all around. I felt something then, and instantly everything became cold. I mean, cold, eerily cold. It felt like it was the middle of winter, only there was no snow or ice around. I heard something way off in the distance under the water. At first it sounded like whistling, but it grew louder and louder. Rising out of the water, I covered my ears, especially as it became louder and turned into horrible screeching. I looked to see Lalix, Sine, and Jared standing in the water, staring in the distance. "Did you guys hear that?" I yelled over the noise. "Yeah," Sine answered slowly, as if he was in a trance. "That beautiful singing," Jared murmured. "Singing and screeching," I yelled at him. "It's beautiful," Lalix whispered. I stared at them in confusion as I felt something brush against my leg. Suddenly, these shadows popped up out of the water all around the lake. They were, well, women. At first they looked beautiful. One had red hair like fire, bright green eyes and pearly skin. Another had black hair as dark as night, with silver eyes that glinted in the moonlight. Another one had blonde hair, bright blue eyes. It went on and on. I stared in disbelief. One of them jumped out of the water, and I noticed these weren't really women at all. They were mermaids. I kept my mouth open in shock and pure disbelief. Suddenly, their beauty faded, and I saw them for the creatures they really were. They were all just skin and bones, dark blue-colored with pure white eyes that had no pupils. They had long hair that hung in strands, long bony fingers with horrible, crusted, overgrown fingernails. They had webbed hands and gills in their necks. They all made that horrible screeching sound. I covered my ears as my head pounded. One of the mermaids, the one who had been the redhead, stood in front of Jared. He was staring at her as if he was staring at a goddess. Several swam all around him, all around Lalix and Sine too, and many more were coming. I managed to look at Sine's face and noticed that his eyes were completely lifeless and blank. When I managed to see Lalix and Jared's faces, I noticed that that was the case with them too. The mermaid put its ugly hands on Jared's face, its fingers caressing his neck. They were still screeching as it leaned over and whispered in his ear. It licked the side of his neck slowly, and I nearly gagged. Mermaids surrounded them, running their hands all over their chests, sliding their hands on their arms and muscles. Everywhere they touched them, their skin started graying, veins popping out, and the skin became lifeless within seconds. One mermaid started kissing Jared furiously on the mouth. Instantly, I felt something inside me, an anger and annoyance I'd never known before. It was surprising to me that despite how weird and terrifying these creatures were, I could still feel upset at the fact that he was kissing someone, even though he was in a trance, unable to do anything about it. Why was I annoyed? Was I jealous? I realized I only felt that way with Jared and not Sine or Lalix. Why was it only with Jared? This is stupid, they're about to die and you're jealous. Focus, I mentally told myself. I assumed that whatever singing they heard from the mermaids, it had put them in a trance which allowed the mermaids to kill them. All the prisoners before were men as well, which was why any prisoner who came to the lake never came back. It all made sense. I knew I had to do something. I was their only hope. But what could I do? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are interested in Hunter and if you've never read it before, then I'll put the link to it in the description below. Or if you want to, you can order it directly from me on my website, which means it's a paperback copy signed by me, and you also get a free bookmark with your purchase. So check that out. Be sure to like this video and share it around with your friends if you think they're interested in fantasy books and if they would enjoy kind of a free little snippet of a book, especially like a reading like this. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe for more writing and reading videos, and I will see you guys next week.